Hey guys, it's Chef Jason Morris, your Ace Hardware grilling expert, hanging out here, no surprise, my local Ace Hardware, Highlands Ranch, Colorado, getting ready for today's edition of Ace This Recipe. We have a doozy for you. Super excited about this. The Barbecue Buddha was in town last week. We had the chance to cook together for a little bit and showed me some awesome things to do with the fire bowl. So we're gonna be on the extra large egg today with our stainless steel fire bowl, doing what we call dual zone cooking. That's right, we're gonna do reverse sear all on this same grill, right? So we've got an indirect side where we're gonna roast off some of the pork tenderloin. We've got a direct side where we're gonna grill it, get that beautiful sear, and finish it off. So the beauty of a bigger egg is now I can multitask right in the same grill. Super easy. Hey, be sure to head up to that eye. That is our information station. That'll let you into the world of gear, gadgets, grills, show you everything we're cooking with here today. And then, for you, as we always do, we have this recipe for you down below. So you can click into that description section, click on this link, click print, and follow along. Grab today's recipe and do a little grocery shopping, find yourself a brand new grill of your dreams, get started, and have a total blast. So thanks for joining us. It is time to get in here, do a little bit of prep work. We'll do a little ingredient flyover, do a little grill flyover, show you everything we're cooking with today. And then it's time to get the egg lit. It is time to get dual zone cooking nailed, and we're gonna have a blast. We're going handheld to do a little flyover. So we've got our pan. That's gonna come in handy when it comes time to catching the oil and the rub that we're gonna put on there. We're gonna finish it with that beautiful fire honey. We're gonna do a 50-50 blend of tiki and oink. Look at those beautiful pork tenderloins. We're gonna show you how to trim that silver skin off, get those guys all set. And then look at this back here. The star of the show today is our extra large big green egg. We've got that fire bowl. We've got our big green egg lump charcoal. We've got that beautiful extra large egg. We're gonna show you the Igniter as well. So we're gonna show you how to get this thing started up and get ready to go. But I say, let's get this egg fired up. Well, just a little bit of prep work to do, right? You can see the silver skin here. I have a thin bladed knife, and what I'm gonna do is I almost kind of flatten this out just a little bit, but I wanna wiggle that knife under there, guide it through, and start removing that silver skin, right? You can see you get down in here a little deeper, there's a little bit more. But again, I'm looking to remove the silver skin. I'm not looking to remove any of the pork. Obviously, we paid good money for that. We wanna eat it all, right? So I get the silver skin trimmed, and then this little bit here. Now, if you have this little piece on the head, I will take and cut that off just because it seems to be one that burns a little bit, but there we go, you guys. Super easy to get that silver skin off, and that's important too because when that cooks, it binds up a little bit. Now, this is fat, and that's pork fat. We're gonna leave that and be set to go. So now that this is done, right, here's what we're gonna do. Go ahead and get this glove off here. That over here, we're gonna open up our tiki rub. We're gonna open up our oink rub, and we've got a little bit of olive oil. So as a binder, just lightly, right? I'm just gonna put a light coat of oil on here just to hold that rub. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and season this guy up with some oink. Hey, clumps. Clumps are a beautiful thing. You ever see clumps in your spices? You should be happy because you know what that tells you? They didn't put anti-caking agents or weird stuff in there. So feel the clumps. Clumps are good. All right. Little oink on that side, a little tiki on this side, and then what we'll do is kind of roll it around so it mixes it all up and picks up both of them. Now, as you can see, look at that. Beautiful, right? We're gonna leave that and marinate, right? We're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes or so while the big green egg heats up, and once that egg hits that 300 degrees, this guy's going on. Gonna enjoy a little bit of reverse searing today. Extra large and the extra large, you get a divider in your fire bowl. So we went ahead and put the divider in. We've got our charcoal going. We've got the Igniter doing its thing, getting some flame down in there. The beauty of the Igniter is, talk about a great time saver. I get that torch effect, and then once I get a nice little ember pile going, I have a fan, so now I can kind of turbocharge my fire and get this started. All right, now we got the fan doing a little turbocharge, getting that fire going. We'll keep it back here a little bit further, but look at that. Does such a beautiful job of driving that fire and getting this thing up and running for us. So what I look for is, I want a well-established ember pile, right? I want a really well-established fire so I don't have to worry about this going out or snuffing. We've got the regulator top all set. Look at that. We are hovering a little over 300, but that's fine. And then we've got the bottom set as well. So those are my adjustments for the egg. And now that we're set, We've got our pork tenderloin all ready to go. Let's open this guy up, and look at that. We are set up for hot and direct and a little bit of indirect. So we'll put the camera up here. We'll get this set. All right, we've got that regulator set on the top. We've got the bottom vent adjusted, and this guy's holding a little bit over 300. But as you can see now, we're utilizing the expander system to give us that dual zone cooking. So we've got indirect, we've got a little bit of direct. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay these pork tenderloins right over the indirect side, because now what we're gonna do is, in essence, reverse sear, but we're gonna roast this pork off a little bit, drive it towards that internal temperature of about 120 degrees, and then we'll open this guy up, get this up to 500 degrees, give it a nice hot sear. So we'll check on this again here in about 15 minutes. All right, let's do a little check-in here, do a little temperature control. We've got our Maverick thermometer. Let's see where we're at. You can see that we're at about 89, well, about 90 degrees. So again, our desired goal now is to slow cook these, reverse sear them until we get up to 120. So shut the lid, we'll keep going. Okay, so we've reached that. We're about 119 degrees internal. So we're gonna go ahead and take these guys off. We're gonna rest them on this cutting board for just a minute. And now our goal is to go ahead and open this big green egg up, now driving it up into that 500 degree range. So I'm gonna shut it, I'm gonna open the top all the way, and I'm gonna open the bottom all the way as well. Then we'll adjust the top regulator and the bottom vent to maintain that 500 degree temp, and then it will be time to sear those guys off. We are hot. We hit 500 degrees. It is now, listen, time to give these guys a beautiful sear. I'll tell you what, the dual zone is super cool because you can add some wood in here if you want. I think in the recipe I said you could add some cherry chunks in there. That'll add some really nice flavor as well, but this is great. Now we're gonna give it a hard final sear on all sides, and we're gonna cook now to that internal temp doneness of 145 degrees. And just like that, we are done. We checked the temperature on these guys with the Maverick thermometer. We are at 143, so it is time to pull them. We're gonna let them rest. So a couple different ways you can do this, right? You could easily have basted this on the grill, but I'll tell you what, something about just finishing it with a little bit of honey is fantastic, right? And I just brushed that on. That's a nice spicy honey. Let that go if you want. Go ahead and finish it with a little bit of Low Country too. Get a little sweet, a little Carolina, and you've got a perfect finish. But that is done. Next up, time to quality control. Man, I will tell you what, dual zone cooking on there may be the absolute best thing I have learned and now have been able to teach you in a long time. I'm pretty excited about that because I'll tell you, I got the beauty of all the big green egg flavors in this pork tenderloin, and I had to use one grill. There wasn't a lot to do. There wasn't a lot of steps. Pretty quick and painless. So this recipe, like I said before, you can head down below into the description area, click, print, and follow along. And then that eye that pops up, hey, don't forget that is our information station. That'll let you into the world of gear, gadgets, grills, all the rubs and everything we used as well. We talked a little bit about finishing it with honey, and I also said a little bit of our Low Country, our Carolina mustard barbecue, just to give it that like mustard, that honey. Oh, man, so perfect. I'm Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Thank you for joining us for today's edition of Ace This Recipe. We let the beauty of that big green egg shine through and do all the work for us today. We were just here to play along in this wonderful world of barbecue and grilling. So, hey, a couple things for you to do. Don't forget to head down below into that comment section and leave us a comment. What did you like? What would you like to see? And how can we be more helpful in our videos to you? You know, we love your feedback. We love your comments. And they really help guide us along the path to new videos and different videos, making sure we're keeping you dialed in and ready to go. And then while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe. Hit those notifications. You'll be notified when all of our Ace This Recipe videos go live. And then you're thinking, pork. What else can I learn? Tell you what, we've got a great steak on the big green egg video coming up as well, and then ribs on the big green egg. Tell you what, those are life-changing ribs too. So thanks for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out and cooking with us. As always, you know we appreciate spending time with you. We hope you do enjoy spending time with us as well. So let us dig in here. I'm gonna go right after this little end nugget here, and then, you know, I mean, quality control says we have to do this, right? Seriously, 145 degree pork, absolutely fantastic. Thanks for joining us. Man.